Hey guys. So we just had a death in the family. Both my grandparents are in their upper 90s, and my grandfather passed, and different things were coming to me, and I got this message to come sit down and talk to him. So I did, and what's interesting, this is just for whoever resonates, and if this is inspiring to you in any way, what I think is really beautiful and inspiring about whenever I've had these kind of ancestral conversations is that it's very inspiring. It's always like supportive, and one of the things he said to me is like, what did he say? It was, don't be afraid to be different and go after it. Because, and if you think about it too, like if you were to like end your life was to be over, if you were to get a flashback of your life, it's like, and possibly even at the end we go and have this like review, maybe not, but you would possibly see the lessons that you did or didn't learn. So then you would be like, well, why did I not take these chances? And obviously, like, when we're actually here and having to move through everything, like, it's challenging many times. But regardless, like, if you've passed on, it's like, it's always just, to me, it's, and I wasn't very close with that side of my family, but it's brings such a like a feeling of gratitude for the things that I have, because if I'm in any kind of state of like feeling lack or sad about something, or even feeling kind of trapped in a situation, it's like all that goes away, because I don't know what it is about it. It's like you're like, I just want to take this moment to be grateful for the beautiful things that have happened in life, and the way that sometimes like crazy things happen, and then you can even look back and realize how it's like a lot of times the universe set it up that way because you were so, I hope this this candle going is like, I can't even see my eyes right now because let's blow it out. It's the flame is like has hypnotized me. I'm lose track now. I know I'm speaking slow. You just realize like I don't know, my life circumstances have been so wild in the past. I literally am like seeing stars, y'all. Have adult stare at flames for too long, I guess. I have been so crazy and like unexpected, and has required so much patience and resolve, and things that like this, it's like, you know, I'm like, I just started doing tarot X amount of months ago, and I'm really starting to enjoy it. And I'm like, I really want to like go back to school and learn more things, and like learn more about occult, not like different things. But then I'm like, then there's the other part of me that's like, I don't have all these years and this time to put into this thing that may or may not become fruitful. And it's like I was drawn to it for a reason though, and it's like not everybody, like it's such a weird thing to navigate, to like be something like a black sheep in your family, and to not feel like your family sees you or understands or supports you. But then it's kind of like, in the bigger picture, none of those things actually don't matter, because it's what, especially if you've been, like for me, it's like I've been in isolation now for a while, and it's like that God set that up so that I could follow my heart. And that's like all of this started happening. And I'm starting to see that now, the way that things played out. And we have the Fool out here. And we have the World on the bottom. There is this feeling like what I'm bringing through of like, you're not trusting, there's High Priestess reversed, like you're not trusting your intuition. There's Sun is reversed, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So you're lacking inspiration is what I got from that. Like you don't know where to turn to feel inspired. And there's a need for rest, Four of Swords. And you're feeling maybe like a lack of prosperity, or like you don't know where to put your cup, because we have the Page of Cups reversed. But we have the World on the bottom as a reminder that the choice is yours. It's interesting just because time has been so strange in the past couple of years, or even just since this whole healing thing started. Like time has just been so strange because everything has slowed down, like the way I move through the day, like being more present, like just not doing as much, like literally just being more, being in my body more, just being throughout the day more, doing things like meditation more, which is productive. Like it is doing something. It's just that like to the world that like expects us to be productive all the time. It's like, in that sense, I feel like I haven't been very productive in all of the crazy different things that I've had to navigate with my child. But all of those things have also brought me to this other journey. And my North Node being in Pisces, it's like, I know that like the spiritual, I know that this is the work that I want to be doing. And like, I can't put into word, I can't like to be able to even like speak to, I might start crying. I don't think I will, but like, especially like my grandmother, and even my grandfather has been coming through, and it's like, it's just mind blowing to me. And I know that some people just think it's blasphemy or whatever, and that's fine because it doesn't matter, but it's something that I hope that that everybody has this ability to be psychic and to get in touch with the spirit world, even in different ways. It doesn't have to be necessarily speaking to them, but it's hard to be the one in your family that you feel like isn't seen or heard, or like you just, even being hated for like being bubbly, or being like if that you were like attractive, and like there was jealousy, or another reader describes it as like being more polar versus being more of a not non-polar, but positive versus negative polarity. And some beings are more of that negative polarity, and it may even be that the way things are set up is, it's like you might be more of on the positive polarity, but then you have a bunch of people around you who are this more of a negative polarity. But another thing to remember, this fidget spinner's moving. I think it's because I was moving on the table. I think another thing to remember is that, because you have the ability to be like a positive guide, and that's what I think is hard in all of this, because not knowing if I'm making an impact, and not knowing if I'm ever going to make money from this, not knowing like really any like the way that it's impacting. It's difficult on our psyche. It's difficult to keep going, keep pressing forward, and not have that like support and positive feedback and knowing of it making any sort of impact. But if your journey has brought you this far, and I mean, I don't know, that's just the message too that I got, is that we have to keep pressing forward regardless. So don't be afraid to be different. That was the message that I got. And whatever it is that you want to do, go after it, because there's more. I feel that there's more people waking up now, and not everyone's going to go toward the occult works, but there will be, I do believe that the right people you will eventually find your people. And I don't know why the world is the way it is. Like, I don't know why it's like we have to pass so many tests. It feels like that's just kind of like what the journey feels like. And it sort of feels like you're trapped, or like it's punishment sometimes. But I think that that's just because we don't have this greater understanding. And the actual amount of time things take in the bigger picture doesn't really matter. It's like, especially because like for me, it's like I thoroughly enjoy doing this. Like, I don't want to just do it if there's no meaning to it, but it does have meaning for me. So I guess that means something. The inspiration is inside of you. Like, if you're finding it, this is the last thing I'll touch on for this, is that if you're able to find inspiration outside of you, or that have people that you go to, or teachings that you go to that like are inspiring to you, then that's still that's still something within you. So there's a way for you to tap into that. I don't know. The only thing that's coming to me is that like sometimes it's doing something for me, which I can't really do things like go for drives now on my own, or like getting outside, like going just different things, going to a concert, or like just if you can, writing, like some kind of creative outlet. And it's hard the hardest time is when you don't just have the inspiration around you. Like, you don't just have the people who are like supporting and bringing that inspiration in. Cause I used to be like always inspired. And now it's like such a weird thing being on your own, cause you are having to like create it yourself and figure out new ways. But like all of those things build us into this like, I don't know, powerhouse. We'll just go with that just because it sounds good. I don't know. You're making a ripple, I guess, in some way or another, in like the big picture. And I know I spoke on the last one about speaking to the past on. Like, I think the biggest thing, and even when it was coming through for me, it was like, I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. I'm not like, I want to like not trust, had doubt, feel the doubt and like the lack of trust. I'm like, is this like, but then it's like things will come to you that it's like, okay, I know that I didn't come up with that on my own. And it's just, I think it's like an appreciation for, and like a love for those people, and the fact that they like want to, they want to come, they want to like speak. It's like, I'm like, I want to give that message back to the world, that it's like, I don't know. I just think it's so beautiful, and it's such a special, like, I don't know. There's a part of me that still feels a little bit crazy just because. But I think it's when you're on your own, like, I like think about that and I'm like, I don't even know anymore what life is like for other people, but it's because it's like, I've just been doing my own thing for so long, and I'm doing so much meditation. And like, I just think that it comes in, that's how it's been for me. It just came natural. It wasn't like something that I was like, where are these voices coming from? Or like, because it's not something I tap into all the time, but, and I've been like a very inward person, like a very like, being the observer and things like that. And just questioning life and, being open to all of it. So I think that just being that openness, trusting it, embracing it, and it's like when you have this like this like adoration and appreciation for the spirit world, then it's like the same thing. Then they're like, oh, okay, like, yes, I have something I need to say. You know, can you give this message? Like that's the way it feels. Like, and I lit a candle. I did some sage and I lit a candle, but I mean, I think that anybody can tap into these things through meditation. And I don't want to just keep rambling, but we can't give up, y'all. Our people, our tribe is out there somewhere, and so we all have to just keep pressing on whatever you're doing. And I think that in general, if it's something that you do that you love, it's like that alone, that inspiration to like keep trying at the things that we enjoy. It's like, that's what life's about. All right. I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna stop there.